You've done the work, therapy, breath work, inner child healing. You know you're enough, but somehow it still doesn't seem true. You're second guessing your business, you're second guessing your prices, you're overgiving to clients, or you're hesitating to be seen. The thing is, you can process pain, but still be living in the pattern. In this video, I'll show you the hidden pattern behind worthiness and the shift that changed everything for me. How do I know this? I've been there. Even though for years I focused on personal growth, I did seminars, I read books, I did therapy, I did so many different things. I knew that there was something missing because the integration wasn't happening. I was getting lots of ahas, I was getting lots of insight, and I was making a little bit of progress, but I knew there was something deeper within me that needed to be shifted. Healing doesn't always equal integration. We form our thoughts, our habits, all of these things before the age of 7. And these turn into subconscious patterns that show up in our life. So even though we got the ahas, we made the connections, you may even know where the pattern that you have has come from. You may know that it's from your past. You may know that it's from this event that happened to you when you were 5, or that it was a generational thing. But until we can shift that subconscious pattern, you will keep looping into the same pattern over and over again because the subconscious change has to happen at that level, not on the conscious level, which is where most of us have done our work. And it's not that the work that you didn't work at all, it's that the subconscious had not been rewritten to form a new pattern, your new way of being. So for me, the way this played out is I had these feelings of unworthiness that developed when I was probably around 5 years old as a result of the way I grew up. My dad was really angry and I was always getting in trouble with things, and I never could really do anything right in his eyes. And so I developed this pattern of I must do things this way in order to be seen and heard. And so there was this deep ingrained unworthiness that was showing up. It kept me safe and it helped me survive that time frame of my life. What happened though is I brought that pattern into my adulthood, into my business, even into my coaching, even knowing all the things that I know from studying and doing this deep work. There was a pattern that was still showing up. And it was showing up with clients. It was showing up in my relationship with my husband. It was showing up in areas that I really thought I should be past it by now because of all this inner work that I had done. But the problem was I had not shifted it at that subconscious level. I had not done the deeper work of changing it that level. So you're not wrong, and you didn't do it wrong. It's just that there's another level to the story that you maybe are just discovering. So recognizing the pattern is the very first step. So I want to ask you a couple of questions for you to reflect on. How do you feel? Do you feel worthy when you're resting? If you take breaks, do you feel worthy? Or do you feel like you need to keep going and doing more and more? Also, do you feel worthy whenever you raise your prices? Or when you raise your prices, do you end up overgiving and overstepping boundaries so that you can make up for it because your subconscious mind isn't quite caught up with the new line of pricing? Is that you? So in order to shift a pattern that's been with us since before the age of 7, or possibly even generational or maybe a past life, there are two things that have to take place. The first thing that you need in order to let go of the pattern is the subconscious mind needs to feel safe. It needs safe to let it go. It's been hanging on to this pattern for dear life because it's helped you. In the past, that pattern that I developed kept me safe and it helped me survive most of my life. It helped me. So there is a deep reason why I've been hanging on to it for so long. As for you, the same. So, what is the deeper reason behind it? Was it keeping you safe? Was it helping you in some other way? Was it giving you a sense of love in some way? How was it giving you that sense of worthiness? That's the question. How was it giving you that sense of worthiness that maybe you didn't realize that you didn't have? What was it doing for you? So, that's the first thing. And number two is the subconscious mind has to know or see that there is another possibility, that there's another possibility, a new vision, a new way of being, and you can actively step into it. So if it's not that old way of being, what do you want instead? Actively step into that, embody it, envision it, and then you're able to move forward. And in my next video, we're going to explore one of the biggest ways this unworthiness shows up, especially for coaches. And that's overgiving to your clients and in your sessions. If your business feels heavy or draining, there's a pattern under there that you may want to see. So be sure and hit subscribe so you don't miss my next video.